There's snorkel bikinis and then there's beach bikinis.
I was at the end of my pitiful rope.
Matt got a shot and a beer because he needs it today.
I'm a grumpy gal. Kristen was a little worried because I got turned up at the bar and I actually fell off the boat.
We have to get out of this anchorage. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know if y'all can see the boats rolling a little bit here. And we are back out at the anchorage. And, you know, we've been out here for a couple days just enjoying that wild existence out here. You know, rolling, no other boats. Whoa. We've been all alone, secluded, because no one puts up with this roll except for us. We're like roll savages. But one thing about being far away from civilization and enjoying the peace and quiet is that you eventually start dwindling down on your supplies. You know, people say we're off grid, but I don't really think nobody ever truly really is. So
people are off grid.
Fakers. But we're down to like a last couple little chicken pieces, chicken cutlets that are just in the frozen bag of the gangster like leftovers. So we're down to our leftovers, and I thought to myself, we're out here. I'm Neptune's Reaper. We can survive off of the land. So we have some petty ingredients that I said, if we can go out and scavenge from Mother Earth and take what the good Lord provides, we can be eating good tonight. So we're going to survive out here on these seas, and we're going to go gain sustenance.
I put back on my other bikini. You might be wondering why I keep switching my bikini. It's because there's snorkel bikinis and then there's beach bikinis. And you gotta stay in your snorkel bikini. But we are now heading to the beach and we're gonna crack open those conchs and Matt's gonna clean them. They get really sticky, icky. This is gonna be gross.
Yeah, if any of you conch cleaning pros know how to get rid of that slime, I just get tons of slime. And Kristen was like, I see the Bahamian guys just knock it out with a screwdriver and pull it out and start eating it. And I'm like, yeah, that is true. I did see them. So there must be a way to deal with that slime. If you guys know, let me know.
But we're going to get into it. I might send Matt up to get some coconuts for us so we can get some coconut water.
Are you going to send me up a tree?
I'm definitely not going to a tree in this bikini.
Well, what do you have to pay for those services?
Back rub.
Back rub. Got it.
All right, let's head to the beach. Alright guys, so it looked like most of the easy coconuts were taken, so we're gonna have to go on a little bit of a trip. Matt has a new knife that he's gonna try out and use, so let's, don't chop me up. Let's see if this is gonna work out, if we can find one.
If we can't find one on this island, we're sorry.
Don't see any there, Matt.
All right, so what I saw was every palm tree has spike marks in it, and they're all barren of coconuts, which does take away from the tropical vibe. But we found a couple scraggly, raggedy ones that the old coconut man didn't want to take. So I'm pretty sure I can shimmy up this tree and see if there's anything in them.
All right, be careful. Famous last words. You're almost there. Got him.
First things first, you can't just pull these conchs out of here. You got to bust the shell to break the vacuum lock that they have. So let's get into it. All right, so once you finally get it out, this is what your conch looks like. There's some cleaning up to do from here, but I'm gonna do that once we get back to the boat because I gotta knock these coconuts apart real quick.
The police are waiting by our boat, Matt.
Yeah, we didn't put our numbers on still.
We didn't put our numbers on and we think they could be waiting for us, and we're just hoping they're not. A caterpillar on your neck, bro.
There's some sweet juicy meat, I can see it already, and that delicious coconut juice.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't waste it.
Taste it.
Alright, welcome back to some old-fashioned GBU. We are in the kitchen. I'm not in a bikini. I literally got annihilated by no-seams at the beach like it was no tomorrow. I wanted to cry, but you know what? You gotta get the video done sometimes. So I took a quick shower and I'm now in my swag GBU tee. Not my new one. I wish I had my new one. Shout out to my new t-shirt. If anyone wants a new cool t-shirt, check out our Teespring. But we are getting right into cooking up this conch. And Matt wanted something special. He wanted
Conch fritters.
Conch fritters. So it's gonna get hot up in here. I've had conch fritters in Key West. I've had conch fritters at Margaritaville. I used to work at Margaritaville. I know a lot about conch fritters. I like the chunks a little bit bigger. We don't have a food processor, so we're going to see how this comes out. We have some ingredients. What? Why are you making that face?
What you mean like a chunk's bigger?
I like to be able to tell there's conch in the conch fritter.
I like my ingredients finely chopped.
I know you do.
I like it to just be a hush puppy that tastes like conch.
What's conch taste like?
Sweet.
There's no flavor to conch.
It's a sweet
it's just
and musty.
Chewy. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so we got a recipe with only a small amount of ingredients since we don't have a lot on the boat, but we have most of the items. So, what are you cutting up first?
Cutting up the conch first. Alright guys, so you see me here in the kitchen. I'm whipping through this recipe. Some of you may have noticed that I have a new knife. This is the Husk Japanese stainless steel knife. It's a new knife we've been trying out here. As you can see from the earlier clips, I was out and about with this thing. I climbed up a tree like the old pirate style through the oak handle in the teeth. went right up the palm tree, and I was slicing and dicing up there. And then later at the rock, I was just whipping through those coconuts. No big deal, as you can see. You know, you can be loosey-goosey with this thing because it's got a really, really cool grip. Got like a finger hole in there, so it balances really, really well in your hand. It's a pretty solid knife. It feels heavy. It's got a great feel, comfortable to use. You don't have to be real dainty with it. You can be out there chopping through coconuts. It's a quality made blade, super sharp, really great, easy to handle. I'm glad that I'm using it to make my conch fritters today. If you need a new knife and you're in the market for one, check out the Husk knives. This is the ultimate cooking knife. This thing cuts through conch, which is really thick. It's like conch can be a little bit chewy. If you've never had it before, it's tough. This thing would cut through steaks. I'm sure this thing sliced through chicken bones, no problem. And currently for you guys, Husk is offering a 70% discount on their authentic Japanese-inspired knives. And you can test the Husk knife out with a 30-day money-back guarantee. The deal's not gonna last forever, guys, so make sure you check out the special link in my bio.
Once you get the conch cut up, now you want to cut up some onion, green bell pepper, and some celery. Rest of our ingredients, we're going to be using flour, baking powder, seasonings, and some Mexican beer or light beer, whatever you have on hand. And I'll leave all of it on the screen exactly to what it is. So let's start adding these in. I'm nervous. I don't have a bowl, so that's embarrassing. I have this. Do you think we should use this, Matt, or do you think we should use this?
Use the
Probably
giant.
this one, right?
Yeah, the little one.
First things first, I'm gonna put in our vegetables and our meat with my hands because that's how we roll. So now let's put in our dry ingredients. And now, time to pour the beer in.
You want to have nice thick balls of conch fritter material. So our all is up to temperature. All. That's how they talk about it down the bayou. So they said already. I think people that even don't speak that way, they just say it because it sounds like exotic these days. But anyway, to already. And the last thing I gotta do here before I drop in my fritters is I gotta groom my balls. And I use a spoon to groom my balls, make them nice and smooth, so that when I drop them in, they boil properly. You don't want your nuts falling apart.
So Matt, do you advise people to deep fry in their boat with no air conditioning?
I could have done it on the... No, I do not advise it. Well, I mean, if you want delicious conch fritters, then yeah, you ain't got no choice. It's pretty hot, though. I'm sweating. But I could have done it on the grill outside. I just thought it would have took way too long. But I don't really think it would have. This got pretty hot pretty quick. But it'll be alright. We'll be alright.
Alright guys, you guys thought we were playing with those conch fritters. I'm actually really surprised that they came out looking this good. And obviously, our presentation's there, right?
Presentation, you could tell she worked in the service industry as life went by. She said, the lettuce, the lemon.
The presentation's there, so now it's time to try them out.
I'm a little mad, to be
Why?
honest. How much money people have charged me for conch fritters in my life is a tablespoon of flour, some
Yeah, we could
salt.
sell this for at least $13.99. But we did also make our own homemade tartar sauce, so... Let's see.
I'm not mad.
Oh my god! These are good!
These are what all the conch fritter connoisseurs would say. A healthy portion of conch.
It's good, and the meaty, it's good, chunky, meaty chunks. I'm surprised. These are good, guys. I'm gonna leave the recipe down below. It was not my recipe, but it's delicious. These are just as good as anything you can get anywhere else, if not better.
I can picture myself one day frying up a batch of these for old Matty Jr. and saying, Matty Jr., it's conch fritter night. He's going to go, not conch fritters again.
Why is he not gonna like conch
I just feel like that's how he's going to talk. He's just always going to be a ball buster like you. The boys come out like the mom, and the girls come out like the boy. So Kristen Jr. will probably be cool like me, but...
Oh yeah, guys, and off camera, Matt fried up his coconut from his coconut he drank earlier, all crazily. He fried it up, and it's like coconut bacon, they call it. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, so if you sat through this and you thought you were done with the coconut cooking, think again, mofo.
This is really good.
Which one has a coconut in it? Oh, this is a coconut one. I think the coconut adds a little bit. I mixed a little bit of coconut up in one.
Alright guys, it's the next day and we have to get out of this anchorage. It got rolly last night. It was stormy. It was a mess. We didn't get the best sleep of our entire lives. So we are heading to the next anchorage at Vieques. We're going to Esperanza. This is where most people go. It has the bars, the restaurants, beautiful water, grocery stores. So we're going back to the city. Yeah, we're heading back to some resources. Bear's all out of wet food. So she's been letting me know that for the past 3 nights. When she gets dry in the bowl, she says, bro, what's up? I'm not getting my appetizers. Also, too, there's like a boat work reason while we're going there. I have to work on my solar. I don't know what happened. I think when I put the new panels on, even though I do have 2 charge controllers, they're only rated for 20 amps. And I think I'd be making just a little bit too much power. And I might have burnt those out. There's some things I can do to try to diagnose the problem when I get there. So I'm just going to burn it. You know, burn that roll coal straight to Esperanza. I'm just going to motor sail over there and then, or just motor pretty much. It's not that far.
I was going to go sailing. It's only like an 8 or 9 mile trip. So I was going to go sailing today and, you know, go offshore and just tack my way up in there. But I want to get there quick because I'm going to be messing with this solar for the rest of the day. Otherwise,
and we'll have Wi-Fi where we can make phone calls.
Yeah, to people to try to help and say, hey, what's this going on? Oh, plug the B wire, the PV max. So I'm going to solar school today, but first, a little bit of sailing. We'll motor sail and see if that, you know, see if everything's working.
Maybe it'll cheer you up.
I doubt.
Alright guys, so we anchored. It's kind of rolly here. Matt didn't get his favorite spot, so he's kind of crabby about it, where he normally anchors outside of the swell. Obviously someone who probably lives here got that spot. And
someone watched the video, guaranteed, and stole my steez.
so now we're gonna head into town and see if any of these restaurants are open. It is a weekday, so we'll see what we can get. Maybe there'll be some horses around, wild horses. I don't know, but we're flying in right now. Alright, we got some drinks. Matt got a shot and a beer because he needs it today.
I'm a grumpy gal.
And I got, what did I get? I got a limon de coco, lime rum, coconut cream, OJ, pineapple, and fresh nutmegs.
Alright y'all, so we went and had a nice dinner. We got the cat gravies. Bear was really happy about that. I think we're still a little bit far out in this roll, so I went for a swim to see how far up there we could get, and I think I'm going to move the anchor and get us in a little closer. I think it's going to help us a lot with this roll because Papa needs a good night's sleep. All right, so I was getting a lot of roll when we first got here, and we weren't getting very good sleep for the couple days prior. So I said, you know what I can do? I'm the anchor master. I can set this up so that we can control where we're at into the swell. And Kristen was a little worried because I got turned up at the bar, and I like actually fell off the boat one time when a roll caught me, and I like backflipped off the boat while we were having a passionate discussion. And so yeah, she didn't really believe in me too much, but I got it going good. I have my anchor chain out toward the shoal, and then I have this one kind of set mids off to the port bow, and it gives me a chance to take this rope and tie it. I can stern tie it, I can tie it midship depending on where the swell is coming through, and you know, it keeps us clear of the shoals, and it's very safe, and we've been getting really good sleep. Right, Kristen? Right, honey?
Yes.
We're getting good sleep. But last night it whipped around in the current, and it was like kind of creaking on the side of the chain and stuff. It was squeezing, and Kristen was kept awake all night. I did something to my solar. Follow me into my garage, and let's check out what I did. All right, y'all, so I've been spending a lot of time here in this little coffin, and it made me think this could be a nice little home for my junior someday. Or
no
maybe
way! We're not putting our child in here.
we could let Dad live in here at least.
Okay.
So, either way, I called my dogs at Battleborn. I was at the end of my pitiful rope, and I said, Jesse, help me, please. And the awesome people at Battleborn saved me from myself, because I'm not an electrician. I don't really know too much about this stuff, and the more and more I read, the more and more confused I just get. So I thought that probably I was just making too much amps, and kind of when I got on that thought, it was hard for me to stray from it. But I was talking to the guy, and he was just like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense, though, for what's going on. He's like, if the charge controller was having a malfunction, it would just nicks off, and it wouldn't be going through float and absorption and going into those smaller wattage modes. So what he said was you might have something loose, and I did have one terminal coming off of the solar to the bus bar that was a little bit warm. It was like 120, 130 degrees. So what I decided to do was take all of these terminals apart. It's a little bit of a rat's nest at the moment, please forgive me. But I took every single terminal apart, turned everything off, and then did like a hard reset where I put everything back together very tightly, and I think that that's what fixed it. Nothing's been overheating at all in here, and that must have been my problem. So I really bent myself over a barrel there for like 4 or 5 days, really stressing, thinking that I was gonna have to buy new charge controllers, when really I just had to tighten my nuts. So take that to the bank. Shout out Battleborn for saving me, and they said, Neptune's Reaper, just tighten your nuts, boy.
Alright guys, so I knew there was nothing serious with this solar. I knew he was just being crabby and having a mental breakdown. We almost, guys, listen to this. We almost sailed to St. Thomas to go buy new charge controllers. You could say he told you so, you know.
She did say that. She says that all the time. She's quite the communicator. This one.
I knew it was fine. Some people get really upset when the boat systems aren't working. He works really hard on the boat, and it's understandable, so.
Yeah, it was making me mad because we've been working a lot lately. So charging things, charging scooters, charging laptops. It's, you know, those things start to tick down, and then you start seeing your jelly beans warming up in the fridge, and you say,
your jelly beans?
I don't have enough power, my ice cream's melting. Can you believe how soft I've gotten over the years? I'm out here like, I can't let my refrigerator power get too low. When I used to just be eating up out of a cooler, the swamp water at the bottom, I used to just be like, I don't care. But that's how I got worms in the DR, so that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I'm soft now and I'm spoiled, but I'm happy that the solar is working now. Everything's doing great. I even got an ice maker on here for, you know, when the sun is shining. I'll make ice, bro. This is crazy out here. This is like a luxury villa in the foothills of the French Riviera.
So we're gonna enjoy Vieques a little bit more here. We can't wait to show you guys more around town and things like that. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out our Patreon if you want to see any updates of what's going on. And anything else you gotta say?
That's it.
Alright, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.